what's up everybody? Sam here again. Hopefully we are going to finish the kegerator fix. I know it's been a while, but I didn't have everything I quite needed. But hopefully I got everything. I have my refrigerant. I have my bullet piercing valve. I have my R134A adapter valve. I had the connector that hooks up to the refrigerant, but this one, I don't know if you can see in there, doesn't have any way to pierce the top of that, so pretty much it didn't do anything, just screwed on. So I had to borrow one that had the piercing valve on it. So hopefully that's everything I need. Hopefully this works. I'm not at all sure it's gonna work. If you check out right here, and if you can see right there, that is the JB putty, water putty that I put on there. That's hard as a rock. So hopefully that sealed it up. I just kind of put it around, and then, you know, from the inside also, and hopefully that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and check out. I'm gonna fill this bad boy up. I think I'm gonna use this right here, pierce that, fill it up, and turn it on and see if we hear any hissing or not. I might have to put some more of that weld on there, but hopefully this is the fix. Alright, so first up, I'm gonna put on the bullet piercing valve, and I don't know, this hopefully, yeah, that should work like that, right? And hopefully it comes with these little sleeves, so hopefully we can get a nice fit on there. It looks about right. This is a little bent, so maybe I'll bend it slightly and hopefully get that straight, and hopefully that's the one. It comes with these screws. That sleeve fits on the back part. And working those threads, or each screw one at a time, a little at a time, because when I first put it on there, I felt like I wanted to strip it, like cross thread the screw, because it wasn't at the right angle. So just be careful with it, get them good and tight on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and pierce that tube by, I believe I attached this, or put that inside there, and then screw this in, and it'll push this part in, and a needle will come out the other side. I don't want to go too crazy on this. I don't want to mess anything up, but I have to make sure I pierce that, or else it's not going to do anything. Okay, I got it right there. It got a little easier to move. And that's as far down as it goes, so it has to be in there. I'll take that back off. Catch my little part right there. And we'll attach my other valve. Snug. Then I will attach my can to the hose here. Should be pierced. Okay. I'm gonna attach it to here. Fits. Oh. It's leaking. Damn it. You can't hear it, but it was leaking. So now I have to figure out the rest of this. Figure out where it's leaking from and patch it up. Alright, so I got the put more putty on there. I let it dry for about an hour. It says it's good to go after that. Let's see what happens here. No, it's still leaking. Damn it. Alright, so after putting 2 layers of the steel stick on there, it was still leaking. I hooked up my air compressor actually to it and put some soap and water on the inside and outside, and it was bubbling both sides. I think it was coming down from the foam, because the foam was still pretty close to the hole, and I just don't think it was getting a good seal. So I said, I'm gonna see this thing through. So I knocked off the steel stick pretty easily with just a screwdriver and a hammer. I didn't have this sanded outside, so I don't know if that makes a difference. So I went with my Dremel tool and cut through here and cut on this, because actually right here is the tube. So I cut all the way through on this side and this side, then almost all the way through here, just so I didn't cut through the tube there. I'm gonna take that out and just try to wrap the steel stick around it. Hopefully that will give it a good enough seal, and that will fix the problem. Alright, so I went ahead and took a screwdriver and popped that piece that I had semi-cut off, and I noticed I didn't really have a whole lot of room to get around there, so I just took some snips and cut that out, and then kind of ground it down with the Dremel. You know, I used my Dremel to cut everything out there. So here's, now I got the whole access to the entire circumference of the tube. I'm just going to take some a little bit of all I had was 800 grit. I'm going to take some sandpaper, just kind of sand around there, because I don't know if the fact that I didn't sand this down, didn't let that steel stick stick well. So I'm gonna try that, and then just wrap the steel stick all around it and let it dry, and then hopefully that is the fix for that, and then I can just patch this up later and insulate the inside. Sorry, insulate the inside of that. Okay, so it's the next day. I gave it overnight to for the steel stick to harden. It was already late when I was filming that, so I went ahead and waited. So here's what we got right now. There is the steel stick wrapping around the tube, and I also noticed that as I let it dry, you know, maybe I should have done that before too. As I let it dry, I kept packing it down as it was getting, you know, harder, because when it's fresh and it's, you know, you put it on there, it's very pliable and starts to slide off, and it feels like it's really good on there. On my valve here, I screwed in a valve stem for a tire. It screws right in there. I got lucky that worked. And then I took my air compressor with this kind of pointed nozzle, and I stuck it in there and pumped some air into it so I could see if there's any leaks, because I didn't want to keep putting Freon or whatever the coolant is in there and it leaking out, and you know, that stuff's dangerous. So I pumped air into it, but then I noticed that this thing itself was leaking air straight out. So, and I can kind of show you, I don't. Okay, so you can hear it leaking out, but then as I turned it, I tried to take it off to see what was going on. It stopped. So I guess it's just pushing that needle, I guess, that's inside the bullet valve too much, and is letting it leak out. So hopefully I'll just tighten to it about there and pump it in, and then maybe turn it and shut it off. I don't know, or maybe leave it to here and try to pump it in. I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure that out. But other than that, I mean, this is not leaking, so there's air in the system. I don't hear anything, so that's looking good. Just have to figure this out, and hopefully that's it. Okay, so I've already recharged the refrigerator with coolant. I just left the connector connected to the coolant hose, and disconnected it from the refrigerator because I was having a problem with the leaking. But it seems to be working for now anyway. Doesn't seem like it's getting too cold there, so I don't know. I'm not sure if everything's running through there, but there's no leaks as far as on the side or in the bottom down here. All right, here we go. I got the refrigerant in there. It's running. I let it run outside for a while before I brought it in, but this is cold outside. This part was starting to frost up. I still got some frost on it. So coolant is definitely running through there. Haven't found any more leaks or anything like that. But if you listen to it, it's making some weird noises, and I don't know if there's air in the line maybe. But I had seen some videos where people hooked up a vacuum to it, and maybe that's what I should have done, but I didn't have a vacuum or any way to draw out any air in the lines. That's the only thing I can think is happening right there. And how bad that is, I don't know. I mean, it's like I said, this element is cooling off, you know, and it's frosty. So as far as that goes, I guess it's fixed. I mean, it's gonna cool off this, but that air in the line, if that's what it is, or whatever noise it's making, or whatever's happening here, I don't know if it's gonna end up making. That sounds bad. I don't know if that's gonna end up causing the refrigerator to fail soon. You know, I don't know what's actually happening there. But as far as, I mean, there's no more leaks and it's cold, so that part is a fix. I'll just have to wait and see if it lasts, if that's going to be even an issue. If anybody knows, make a comment and see what I should do next with this, or if I should just let it run like that. It might, I don't know what that's gonna sound like with the door shut. See if that's gonna be a problem. Oh, no big deal. So sound wise, it's not a big deal. So if it's not anything that's going to harm the kegerator, then it's a fix. And of course, here on the side, I still have to patch that up. I'm just going to get some more of the I still have some more of this steel stick putty. I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the rest of this, and then on the inside get some insulation, some great stuff or something, and just fill that in and be done with that. But hopefully this is a fix. Hopefully this is a permanent fix, and hopefully this doesn't fail. Hopefully it lasts a long time when we have our new kegerator.